Being a mom has really taught me a lot of things and put myself in my mom's shoes when she was raising me. Because now that I'm older and I'm a mom, I'm able to see why my mom did certain things, why she said certain things. I under, Now I understand where she was coming from. So now I give her grace and I love her unconditionally as always, because now that I'm a mom, I understand my mom's point of view of things. And I tell her that all the time, because being a mom is like one of the hardest things that I ever had to do in my whole entire life. It's like, and most definitely when they get older, they get to that age like where it's like you're the enemy, you're the problem, you're against them. When all you want to do is just love on them, and all you want to do is just be there for them and talk to them and ask them about their day, and you go above and beyond and try to do whatever you can for your child, and you love them and you give them the support and help that they need. But at the end of the day, it's like they have so much going through their minds, and it's like you are the bad person, you know. And then it's like it's really hard because it's like there's a lot of things that both of my parents did, and I was like, why would you guys do that? Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you guys get so caught up in yourselves and just kind of forget that we have emotional needs, you know what I mean? But it's like, honestly, like, it's like when I've noticed, like, when you are still young, trying to chase your dreams, trying to work, trying to provide, trying to make sure your kid has food, clothes, make sure that they're doing well in school, giving them tutoring, like you're doing all this stuff, and you get stressed out. And when you get stressed out, it's so easy to take it out on your child or get frustrated, or even if your child is doing something, if they're irritating, you're trying to have patience, but then you see yourself losing patience because you're like, look, I'm having all the patience in the world, and it's like no matter what I do, it's like it's still not appreciated. You know what I mean? Like that's where I am now, and I'm like, you're in that stage where it's like you're just the bad parent, and I can't even be mad because my parents, I got to that stage, like y'all just horrible parents. So it's like now that I'm a parent, I can most definitely relate. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't fault you. My dad, I'm like, I don't, my dad, I don't fault him either, because it's like you don't really know until you're a parent, and the shit is exhausting. Like it's like after you're done, with your day at work, then you have to come home, make sure their homework is done, make sure their lunch is good, make sure they're organized, they're fed. Make sure you ask them about their day, make sure they're okay, make sure they're feeling okay, because you guys know when they're in school and all that other stuff and germs and they get sick and all this other stuff. And with children, it's like sometimes we get so caught up in what we're going through in our life and our personal issues that we miss signs of certain things. Like we miss certain things. Like, for example, like there's a lot of moms out there that are so caught up in this providing that they even miss and see that their child has some type of uh like disability, or they're getting bullied at school. Like, and I'm just throwing those out there because when you're busy and you're so caught up, you miss the signs of certain things. That's why it's so important to talk to your child. I ask my daughter, I talk to her all the time, and usually I know this generation, the kids are a little bit different. So they feel like, everything you say, you're like attacking them, or you're like all in their business stuff. But it's not like we're in your business. We just want to know what's going on with you. How was your day? How are you doing? Like, fuck, like, is that a crime? Is it a crime? Like, what the fuck? But it's like, you have to ask those questions, and you have to be a little bit invasive, because there's so many parents that have been in a situation, run into situations with their kids when different things come up and they don't understand. And they miss it because it's so easy to get caught up in yourself because you're so busy. You got work. You're trying to, provide. And not on top of that, like when you're a young parent, you're trying to provide, and you're trying to still chase your dreams too. You're trying to still make your dreams come true too, because I don't know, like you guys, but like for me, like I made a lot of mistakes, when I was younger in my 20s. So now that I'm in my 30s, I'm making better choices. Now in my 30s, I'm making better choices, and I'm moving closer and closer and closer to where I want to be and where God needs me to be. It took me some time, but I'm slowly and steadily getting there. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I still have my dreams and my goals and everything too, but it's like I'm trying to balance that and being young and trying to raise a young child. It's really hard, most definitely when you're a young parent. But Like this shit is hard. It's hard. It's hard. And it's like you're human, you know. So you're trying to be there for your child, but sometimes we're not the best parent. Sometimes I'm not even the best parent. You know, sometimes sometimes I feel bad because I don't have the patience. Most definitely, if I don't know about you guys, but my job, I work a really demanding job, and then when I'm off of my job, it's like I'm so exhausted. I don't really have energy for anything. So I may snap. Or, I may not be patient. Or I may not listen. Or I may need to wind down. Because I've been on the computer all day, talking to people all day. I got a headache. I got a headache that won't go away. So it's like different things like that. But I feel like being a mom, like it's super, super hard. It's hard. And it's like sometimes it feels like no matter what you do for your child, you're the op. No matter what you do for your child, it's like you're the op. Even if they had a bad day and you're trying to talk to them and shit like that, they take that shit on you. Now you're the problem. I don't fuck about the problem. I'm just asking you about your goddamn day. You mad? Because Timmy did this. Like what? Like, I tell you to study for a test. And you don't want to study for the test, but God, you're an op. Because I told you to study for a test? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then it's like you have us parents that a lot of parents I noticed that they're not really invested in their child like that. They're more. It's so easy to be selfish. I know a lot of selfish parents out there. It's like once you have a child, all your selfish ways, you got to put that aside. You have to put that aside. There's so many selfish parents out there, and it's so sad because it's like if you wanted just to party and be about yourself, you should have thought about that before you have a child. It's like no matter what I do, my daughter, she comes first. She's priority. Then it's my needs. She's priority. Then it's my needs. So I just wanted to come to you guys, talk to you guys. Just like I had a dream. Sometimes, some days, just like you try to be understanding, but you, woof. So, but being a parent, I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't. But I wish somebody warned me it was hard as fuck. And I feel like it's my karma. Because with my mom, I was cool until I got older. Then I started tripping. And I was hard for her. And now it's like, since I was hard for her, now with my daughter, it's vice versa. You know what I mean? But it's like, I told her, like, look, you can be mad at me all you want. A lot of parents don't want to be the bad parents, or they get their feelings hurt when a child, says like, I don't like you, or I hate you. And I hate using that word, but kids use it all the time. And it's like they feel like you're coming down on them, you're looking down on them. No, you want the best for them. So I tell my daughter all the time, you can be mad at me all you want, but you're gonna appreciate it. Like she had a test and she don't want to stay for the test. She just want to be on her video games all day. She has this whole gaming system, everything set up. I'm like, look, but you gotta study for your test. That's priority. I ain't trying to be that mom. You know what I mean? I'm real laid back, real chill mom, the best mom. But it's like, you got to study for the test. And she was mad at me, but guess what? She passed the test. She passed it, aced it. And I'm like, look, see? Were you happy you passed the test? Yeah, mommy, yeah. Told you. I'm okay with being the bad parent as long as I know that I'm, sometimes in parenting, you got to be a little hard on kids. You got to be hard on them. But it's hard. It's hard being a mom.